It's like the vision I had with this original ceremony was it predated horses. I didn't see any horses around. It was wintertime. Here's a young kid, 12, 13, I suppose, is what I can remember seeing clearly. He wants to help. His like grandma is sicker than heck, you know, and he thinks maybe if I Sundance, I'll be able to help her. He takes the ceremony pipe, goes to some old man, talks to him about it. He says, and I cried. That kid cried. I still cry when I think about it. It was so clear a vision, clearer than you and I sitting here. And he's crying. And he's saying, Grandpa, my mom, my grandma, you know, God, she holds our family together. She's sick. And I gotta help her. I gotta do something. I'll make a commitment to Sundance to help her. That vision had such a feeling to it of emotion, you know, so I still feel it years later when I talk about it. So here's this grandpa, you know. Oh, my son, he says, my grandson. Let's smoke this pipe and talk about this, you know, and I'll ponder this, you know. And so they do, and the kid's crying. About that time, the old man can feel it, you know, he's crying. And they finish their pipe. About that time, you know, the place is wrought with spirits having that pity on all emotion and all that. Kid's serious. That grandpa says, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you. Keep your commitment. He tells them, you go gather up wood and gather up rocks. We got to get in that sweat lodge, the purification lodge. There's certain things you do in your lodge as we got all the pieces to it. There's things that they did in there that hooked all that up for them, what they were going to do. And that's what he's telling this kid. Kid's saying, Grandpa, you know we can't shoot these eagles, he says. The old man, we don't have to. He said, they die. You have to have that vision to know when and where. They sit there. It's lucky, it's wintertime, so they freeze right away, but stuff eats them. Most stuff, an eagle after it dies will have a presence, and everything out there is taught from the time it's young, coyotes, everything, to fear golden eagles. So they won't go near it for a couple days till that spirit has completely left it. So it'll sit there for maybe 2 days. They have and they're in awareness, everything is taught. You watch them because they'll pick you up and eat you. And so there's that level of respect. Hell, they're an eagle that can roost on a hilltop when there's coyotes everywhere, and those coyotes will not go anywhere near them. So he tells this kid that, you know, we just got to do this in our lodge, and those spirits, you know, they understand what you're saying. If they're going to back what you're doing, there'll be a vision within 4 days. And so they do that ceremony. And that old man said, so we did our part of what we have to do in here. Now we just wait these days. And for us it would be cloth. For them they would have a dyed deer skin that they would sweat with them. Because when they go get that eagle, when you find it, that's what it's wrapped up in initially. And it's all, you're ready for it all. You're doing your part to make it happen. You're ready, you got your stuff that's sweat, your cloth. You're ready for it. That old man, sure as hell, he has vision, couple days, you know. We figure, oh, them spirits really have pity on that kid. They're up early in the morning, he hollers at their kids, come on, we're gonna go for a walk over here. And it's like, that's how we got it. I mean, seriously, X on a map. You don't look all over it. You walk, you'll see the tree it's dead under or the cliff exactly where it's at. And that's how it was for them. To go get it, they say, okay, here's what you do. And it's the sequence we follow. There's time frames you work with. From the time you go out and get that eagle, you have 4 days to get it in a sweat lodge. You can't touch it. It's wrapped up. For us in the winter, you keep it froze. Somewhere in that 4 days, get in there. You do a funeral. You're doing a funeral for that bird. You know, its family is out there wondering what the hell happened. And so they get that eagle in there. They do its ceremony. You feed it. Last supper, Feed it. Talk to its family. Then, after that first sweat, you can get it out of there. And you can, you know, we don't keep a whole eagle because we can't use all that. Wings, the wing tips, whistle bones, tails. That's it. The rest of that stuff all goes back into the bundle, the stuff you're not going to use, right? Then you sweat that again, and then right away, within a day or two, that's another 4 days. You got to do it within 4 days. It goes back out in the direction that it was found in. And there's a ceremony you do there. Run pipe, feed eagles again. Then somebody's got to climb a tree because that bundle is going to go up in a tree. Well, you say, get it way up there so they have good view. Their family can find it. And you know, all the times we've done that, we've had eagles come around that ceremony doing the most unusual things. We'd have them land 50 feet away from you in the top of a tree and sit there and holler at you while you're doing it. And they don't come that close to people. When we've done that, got that finished, we'll say, oh, we'll put you out by your family, you know, give you someplace with a good view. Then you've got to work with, you know, the stuff that you did keep and clean them up. I always look back when I was a kid. My dad was a taxidermist. So I learned how to take care of all this stuff, right? How to clean it up, how to borax it, you know, all this so it'll last forever. Oh, that's why I learned that, you know. So the beginning of how that all evolved for us was, had that vision, got the components to what all had to go, the components to that whole ceremony were scattered all over the region, bits and pieces. And we brought what we thought were the pieces of it together in our lodge. So we're in the sweat, we got all this stuff. Okay, we think, God, we stayed up to get the last piece of that ceremony. My buddy Pat was living in my cabin. We got up every morning at sunup for 3 months and ran a pipe on that. We think we got it all, you know. Do we? Is there something we're missing? We need help. You know, we need help with this dilemma that somehow we've gotten into to make sure everybody gets their stuff back. Everybody has what they need so they can Sundance. So we have that vision within a couple days. Here out west, there's a spot where there's a lightning-struck pine tree next to this cliff. And those eagles have made a nest up there, and it's been there a long time. It's monstrous. And sometimes we learn in the winter, if those eagles, it's surprising, if they're not feeling well, they'll go back to the nest they were born in for some reason. Because here was the vision, Tom Benjamin. Well, I see that eagle laying dead right below that tree, right at the bottom of it. And we hadn't been out there. It was wintertime. It's so vicious out there, you wouldn't go there unless you have to. It was like, I've got a map. Him and I went out there, parked. We walked right to it, exactly to it. We're standing there, and I'm telling Benjamin, and spirits are saying, there's an eagle up on top of this cliff. I said, do it today? And it's like, you're frozen. No, let's get this one home. We'll come back a couple days. It'll be up there. So we come back, we get that one in the ceremonies. And it was when it was time to take that bundle back up after you go through these 4-day things and you get what you need. We take it back up to that spot, run the pipe, get it in the tree. And so I'm talking to my young friend Benjamin, him in early 20s, very spiritually gifted kid, good kid. I said, well, it's up there. I said, which way do you want to go? He said, I want to go straight up there. I said, well, I'm going to go around this and I'll meet you there. Take me about a half an hour. There's a place where rocks stand up and there's pine trees. There's a lift out there where all these eagles nest. So by the time I get around, he's up on this plateau and he's looked for 45 minutes. And so I spot him and I go, so where is it? And he says, I can feel it's right here. I can feel it. And there wasn't much vegetation there. And so we stand there in this opening, talk for a minute. Well, let's look around. And he walks off a little ways and I'm looking and I turn around, I look at him and I go, Benjamin, turn around, look at the ground. Right there. So it was really nice the first two, not to see him dead. You have mixed feelings about that. You have a need and it's going to help a lot of people. But you don't want to see him dead, you know. So you have these mixed feelings all around all that. And so it was good. The first two eagles were true to the vision. They were birds that did die of natural causes on their wintering grounds.